As part of the 4-year Pangaea Expedition, global explorer Mike Horn has led his latest group of young explorers to one of the most challenging adventures yet.
The 8th Young Explorers Expedition is taking us north of the Arctic Circle on our journey to the magnetic North Pole. This is certainly one of the most extreme expeditions we've done since we started 2.5 years ago.
For Mike, the unforgiving terrain of the Arctic is all too familiar. In 2002, Mike began one of his biggest adventures yet, Arctos. Arctos was a solo circumnavigation of the Arctic Circle without the aid of motorized transport or dogs.
I went right through winter. From November, I'm walking. I haven't seen or read anything or heard anything, or just silence and cold and polar bears and wolves.
The Arctos expedition took him 2 years and 3 months to accomplish, becoming the first ever person to complete non-stop the 20,000-kilometer route around the Arctic Circle. Crossing land, ice and sea in an epic voyage, Mike finally arrived in Norway to be reunited with his family.
Oh, my baby, thank you very much.
Despite the Arctos triumph, Mike still had a burning desire to reach the North Pole itself. In 2005, Mike, together with Norwegian explorer Borg Ausland, set off on foot to achieve this dream.
This is dangerous stuff, huh?
Yeah,
it's polar ocean. Polar ocean is dangerous.
The pair, however, chose to do the expedition during the sunless Arctic winter, enduring 24 hours of complete darkness and with temperatures falling to minus 60 degrees centigrade.
This is a very special day, and we have now the sun above the horizon for the first time in, well, it's almost 3 months since we've seen the sun in Norilsk.
In a journey fraught with danger, the beauty of the Arctic spurred the exhausted explorers. Finally, after 60 days and 5 hours of walking, the pair reached their amazing feat.
We're at the pole.
Hey, Borgie.
Thanks for a great trip.
Hey, thanks a lot, my friend.
We did this together.
Oh, for sure, man.
It's the 23rd of March 2006, and we have just accomplished the first ever winter expedition to the North Pole. End of story.
Now, Mike has returned, this time with 7 intrepid young explorers at his side. Their aim is to cross 300 kilometers of Arctic terrain, reaching a latitude of 90 degrees north, the magnetic North Pole. They will also investigate how climate change is affecting the region. First stop for the team, Resolute Bay Village in northern Canada, and the last glimpse of civilization before the icy Arctic abyss. Naturally, the arrival of the young explorers caught the attention of some inquisitive locals. As the young explorers pack up their supplies, Mike had a few unusual last-minute survival tips for the team.
Nose would start dripping. Just take that snot out of your nose and rub it around your eyes, okay?
It's such an amazing place and so unique to be here, but at the same time, I'm a bit scared because we don't know what's out there. It's the complete unknown, actually.
Well, D-Day has arrived and we're just loading up the DC-3 in Resolute Bay. We'll have a 2-hour trip up to Isaacson and we'll land on the old abandoned airstrip where we will be dropped off, and then from there 7 young explorers will test their courage against the Arctic Ocean.
For the young explorers, the adventure is just commencing. As the plane pulls away into the distance, Mike and the team are left to begin their voyage into the Arctic wilderness.
We just had our first night here in the Arctic, and it just feels like a dream to finally be out here.
Follow this little valley going down that heads towards the mountain there. So we're going to try and do about 8 hours today.
Over the next 2 weeks, the team will walk the perilous 300 kilometers to a latitude of 90 degrees north, the magnetic North Pole. To accomplish this, they must walk at least 20 exhausting kilometers a day, all whilst towing a sled packed with supplies and essential life-saving equipment. Aside from their mission to the North Pole, the team are undertaking scientific experiments on behalf of Munich University.
The environment here is just beautiful, but it's scary because it's warm and we're already seeing the signs of climate change and the ice is breaking up earlier than it ever has before.
Walking in the Arctic is tough work. In order to cope with the physical demands, the young explorers must each eat over a staggering 6,000 calories a day, simply to replace the energy they are burning off.
Life sleeping in the Arctic is good fun. We're nice and cozy in our small 3-man tent.
The moment we get into our sleeping bag is paradise.
Yeah.
Head up straight north towards the end of the open water.
Today's the day we're going to make good distance.
As the team sets out, they make good progress across the ice as they adapt to their surroundings.
Today we've reached a 100 kilometers line. Nothing's gonna stop us.
The landscape of the Arctic is constantly changing, and the summer months, when daylight lasts for 24 hours, are most dramatic. These are the warmest months in the Arctic, and as well as the light, the team must avoid thin ice and take routes to avoid crossing open water. To do this, the team must navigate through the bumpy terrain of pack ice.
Now it's getting tough because we're in the pack ice, so we really have to be careful.
Walking on the ice, it jars on your shoulders and it gets pretty sore.
We're on day 7 of the expedition. The first 4 days went well. The 5th day, Saskia took her sunglasses off and she burned her eyes.
It was my own stupidity. I didn't wear my glasses all the time. I felt that my eyes hurt a bit and everything seemed to be foggy.
Saskia has snow blindness, a common condition suffered in the Arctic. Although the effects are easily treated and usually wear off within 24 hours, she is unable to continue with the expedition.
This has taken a little bit of a toll on the outcome of the expedition. We have to now cover a distance of about 25 kilometers a day to reach the pole in the allotted time. The ball's going to be in their court, like I always say.
As the team continue, conditions for Mike and the remaining explorers become increasingly treacherous.
We're about 56 kilometers away from the pole. We ran into a lot of open water, so we're trying to cross the stretch now. The ice is pretty thin. You can see it's broken up on small blocks, so it becomes fragile. With the whiteout conditions, I can't see how far it actually really goes, so we can try and get onto it, but it's not sure that we can come back here. Underneath this, there's about not even a centimeter of ice. There's about 4,000 meters of ocean. So if you fall in there, you're going to take a while to hit the bottom.
Suddenly, the ice cracks beneath their feet. What they previously thought was firm pack ice is unstable and breaking up. Years of Arctic experience show as Mike acts quickly, guiding the team to safety.
We just barely got out. I could feel the ice move beneath my feet. We hear it cracking. It's not stable. We can't ski over it. No way.
It doesn't look too good. The plates are moving apart. We'll definitely be split up if we cross the leads. The safest for us now is nature is in front of us. We're 50 kilometers away from the pole. It's not worth taking the risk.
Such instability of the ice indicates conditions are simply too treacherous to justify continuing the expedition. This is the end for the young explorers. Despite not reaching the pole, the team covered over 250 kilometers, reaching a latitude of 79 degrees, 30 minutes north. This was an amazing achievement for the team.
I'm proud of all of them.
As the plane arrives to return the team to safety, Mike reflects on the changes in the Arctic that he has noticed.
To come back to the Arctic like I've been doing for the last 10 years, we can see a lot of changes. On the pole now, we have thin ice replacing the multi-year ice. If the Arctic Ocean would melt, it would mean that there will be no influx of cooler air coming over the continent to cool the planet down. The human being has to change their habits, and if we cannot change our habits, then in our lifetime, that will create a lot of problems for the cooling of the Earth.